are live.
We should be. Doop, 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 doop.
Man, this has been a while.
Yeah, I know.
It's not Discord. We're not relying on my internet.
Right.
Which got wonky the last time for a little bit, but it's fine now.
Okay.
I've missed seeing you guys.
There's the Fandom Knigget.
Knigget. Knougat.
There we go.
Tasty, delicious Knougat.
There we go. Okay.
With the chocolatey covering, because you gotta have chocolate covered nougat.
That's set. I'll put that about there, I guess. And people should roll in as it's going. Okay. So, Fandom night in a room, finally in person.
After 3 months.
Has it been fucking 3 months?
Bill, I have
Something like
not
that,
been in this house in 3 months.
Jeez. That's a long fucking time. It's
that
it's a
picture's
minute or two.
amazing.
If anybody wants to check over at the Discord, I just posted
hanging
a
out
really,
together in person.
I just posted a really cool picture in the Discord.
I wouldn't say ripped off, but damn, that was crazy.
Yeah, let's see. All the way back in episode 180.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And we're on episode
man,
what?
we fucking did somebody answer that phone? Because I think we called it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
insanity.
Yeah, hold on, I got him on the phone. Yeah? Alright. Yeah, we ain't getting shit for this.
No,
No, we ain't no.
You know what would be really funny though? Like, if this takes off and everyone's like super happy and stoked about it and whatnot, it would be hilarious if David and Walter both were like, yeah, we listened to this podcast called The Sentai Review, and we'd be like, what?
Basically just stole that shit.
We just took their ideas because they said we could have them.
I
And
mean,
we
yeah,
thought they were really good.
there were some other things in there that I guess we didn't really hit on completely, but pretty much we laid down exactly what this was going to be a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago.
I mean, it explained what happened to Trini.
Mm-hmm.
They had their workaround for...
And I even called that, you kill her, you never show her, you put the picture up from the show.
Yep.
It's insanity how much we got spot on.
And then we sat and argued with Scott for 20 minutes, like, no, you make it the daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was like, no, it's got to be a cousin. No, you make it the daughter to respect.
I know.
No, it's and it's a more solid connection than, oh yeah, this is Trini's second, fourth, eighth cousin removed.
Yeah.
Instead of, yeah, this is her kid.
Some serious
The connection's
removal.
much stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we'll get into this. Normally we give this about 10 minutes. We're starting late already, so we're not going to run down our normal 10 minutes of bullshit. People are getting in here. We are going to talk
What?
about this, and yes, we are going to talk about this. I am going to talk about the Phantom Ranger. I knew that was coming because I knew people were going to mention that. This does not discredit my theory at all. Not by a fucking millimeter of measurement theory. Not once. My theory is still 100% spot on.
So
And I'll be able to talk about that.
Not measurement theory, but how about speed theory?
No, I don't know about that.
It's like, all right, whoa, fucking calm your tits there,
Yeah,
bud.
no shit.
Fucking measurement theory is one thing. Speed theory is a completely different beast.
So, here we go. Let's do this like we did some of the old ones here, where we used to talk about the movies and whatnot. We just kind of run through. So, this whole thing starts showing Billy on the ground. Well, it starts with some words, but we're going to skip the words. We should have skipped the words back in the first movie. We brought the words back. I guess they were fine. We didn't have to watch like a weird, slow scrolling.
We didn't
thing.
have to watch the intro to Star Wars that had a baby with the Star Trek, the slow motion picture.
Yeah.
Right, that's at least a thing.
It was real quick of here's a blurb, here's a blurb, here's a blurb, Power Rangers. Go.
Exactly. So that's better done than it was. But it starts with Billy on the ground, all beat up. Which I'm guessing, because of the information that we're given later on, this is right after the Rita showing up in the command center. Oh, by the way, if somehow this isn't clear, fucking spoilers! Because we're gonna fucking talk about it.
No, I figured we were going to somehow spoiler-free this whole episode.
Right.
Yeah.
So get ready for the next hour of nothing but beep.
Exactly. This is fucking ridiculous.
Hey, man, did you see the beep?
So,
Oh, man,
anyways,
how about the beep?
we know because of the information we're given later on that Rita appeared in the command center, and this has to be taking place right after. So we're doing a Pulp Fiction type of out-of-order sequence. Billy's already beat up. He must have made a call and said, "Holy balls," because the other Rangers show up, and we have a big fucking fight.
Well, remember...
Well, he made the call before
Yeah, remember the flashback.
teleported.
Right.
Right.
He ran out, now he's just out of the command center.
So
Rita
he's
just
fighting-
followed his ass
Exactly.
out.
They're fighting outside. He's already been beat to shit. The Rangers show up. They have a big confrontation. When Billy does this fucking sick Misty Flip elbow fuck you move, it was sick as shit. I was thoroughly impressed.
I fucking loved it.
A long
I
ways
love that
from
so
the guy
much.
that couldn't do crap.
A long ways for the guy that had to put his glasses away and then dodge a putty hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was its measure of fighting.
He's come a long way in 30 years.
Yeah.
So, okay.
In more ways than one.
Oh, yes.
He hits her in the
Motherfucker's got his
face.
own business.
He breaks her face off, and she's like, "Okay, we're fucking breaking faces, bitch."
Yeah.
I break bodies.
I break bodies.
So
and
she shoots death ball attack.
Which, by the way, this is what I was calling for when I was a fucking child. And I realize I'm about to fucking say something ridiculous here, but it's true. Your heroes should face your villains. The fact that we didn't have that when we were growing up, the Rangers never fought Rita. Ever. No confrontation they ever had with Rita or Zed counts for anything. They were all petty meetings at best, with a couple punches, if that ever. They never had the actual confrontation. We never got to see the power that was actually behind the bad guys. That's a bad thing. Look at every other property that we ever grew up with. Okay, currently, since I'm looking around the fucking room, He-Man fucking fought Skeletor. The Dragon Ball Z guys fight multiple enemies. They fight them. There's not some scheming guy in the back that's like, "I'll fucking send somebody to fucking get him." Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you watched the entire Frieza saga and they never actually fought Frieza, but Frieza was just constantly like, "Go get him! Go! Oh shit! I'm getting the fuck out of here!
Zarbon, go get them! I'm gonna float away on my chair!
Zarbon, get them! Future champ! Woo! It's dog shit.
Xavier wants his chair back!
Like, fucking Wolverine fights Sabretooth. Like, these confrontations are desperately needed, and we never got it. She just went away.
She'd just be like, "My monster will fuck you
And
up
guess
here."
what? And guess what? You know what the sad consolation prize we got? He's like, "Here's Lord Zed and the White Ranger. 60-second fight, go!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Did it make up
basically-
for it?
We're basically, Tommy got bitched until
He's like,
threw Saba.
"Bye,
like,
Saba."
I'm getting the fuck out of here. Threw Saba, and then Zed, like, blocks with the staff, and he's like, "Ah, you broke it. Where's the tape? God damn it."
Magical, evil space tape.
I fucking had to go get the space tape again.
It's in the dark dimension.
Exactly.
There's too
Shit,
much-
I dropped it!
Like he says right here,
dry
like he
ice.
says, fucking Mario fights Bowser. Like, you have to have these confrontations. It's absolutely fucking important. And
Yes.
it's crazy to me that we never got it. We
But
never
now-
got it.
And I feel like when they were doing this, I think they knew that.
Right.
They had to have known this. Like, guys, but did we ever fight Rita?
Oftentimes, I have said, if the main bad guy, if Rita or Zed would have just come down to the planet and been like, you know what, I'm fucking done. That would have been it.
They were much more powerful than everything they were sending out.
We couldn't have won that fight. And proof right here, in a single instance, Billy gets a hit. By the way, and I'm gonna make a call here, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm gonna make a call here. Just like Cyborg Frieza is very blatantly, I don't care what the books say, very blatantly, Cyborg Frieza seems to be weaker than Frieza.
Yep.
Because even later on, when Frieza's brought back from the dead, it's very blatantly obvious that fucking biological Frieza is stronger than Mecha Frieza.
Yep.
I think that the bonding of Frieza to Alpha 8... Sorry, Rita.
I was about to say, Frieza to Alpha.
Holy crap, I got images in my head.
No shit.
Sorry, you're stuck with those now.
I can think of some wild ass shit.
I have a feeling that Rita is weaker. And the reason I would say that is because later on, when they actually do get a solid hit on Rita, they take her out in like one fucking hit.
Yeah.
But if we're dealing with the fact that she's using a body that was basically confiscated from the Alpha, the only thing keeping her alive is her power.
Yeah.
That's what made her dangerous. So I'm not surprised that one elbow to the face and she was like, oh, this has to end right fucking now.
Yeah.
How do I make my point?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna evaporate one of you.
She does. She straight up, she aimed for Billy.
Yes.
Atomization
Which is the
attack,
smart move.
Which is the smart move.
Because you kill Billy, everybody's
done.
How do we beat this guy?
Shoot a death ball at him. Okay.
Yeah, it's without a doubt, if I'm going to hurt the Rangers, I kill Billy. If I'm the bad guy, and I show up day one, and I know anything about these motherfuckers,
you take
he's
out the
dead.
guy that makes the tech.
Remember, I know
Because if he's
not
dead,
canon,
nobody knows
it's
how
not
it
canon,
works.
but remember the shattered grid. In Lord Dracon's time, Billy ain't there.
Yeah, he's one of the first guys they got rid of.
Because
he was like, fuck
Lord
this guy.
Dracon was like,
Then Jason.
that guy makes tech. Bang!
In fact, I believe it wasn't only Jason and Billy that died.
Yeah. They purposely go out of their way to
They
kill
take out
Billy.
the smartest guy and the strongest leader.
If you look through Ranger history, Billy is the reason Rangers exist today. They cannot have won without him. He's the most important character in Ranger history.
When Zordon came to Earth and one day gave these teenagers magic powers, did he ever think that one of them was going to be like, dude, I see your shit, it sucks, let me make it better.
Let me make it better.
I can do better, let me do
Wait a minute,
better.
wait a minute. So what you're saying is canon bit, Billy's Italian. Dude, look at this. All right, Chinese came up with noodles. The Italians looked at that and said, sweet, give us 5 minutes. Here's spaghetti.
We'll make it better.
Here's chicken Alfredo, motherfucker. The Greeks came up with pizza. And the Italians were like, 5 fucking minutes. Here's a goddamn pizza.
Yeah, but then they fucked it up with deep dish.
So she makes an attempt.
The Italians didn't do that.
She makes an
That was the
attempt to
Americans.
kill
Oh,
Billy.
yeah, that's true.
Because that makes sense. And Trini, also making sense to the actual story at hand, the way they get rid of Trini in this makes a lot of sense. If anybody is going to jump in front of Billy,
It would be Trini.
it is Trini.
Yeah.
They shared such a bond.
Yes, absolutely.
They were always together. And Trini was always the one translating Billy.
Yes, they understood each other. They seemed real friends. And they seemed like, had things went a different way,
Possibly me more.
they could have been more.
Possibly
I
more.
still hold to my theory. I still hold to it that Billy, as a character, is gay. I'm telling you, he had multiple girlfriends and things. He never held on to one. He seems to have trouble in relationships in general. I've always wondered if it's because Billy, as the character, can't. Because he can never reach the level that he's expecting, and he never takes that jump.
But he can take the friendship.
Right.
Right.
I've often wondered about that, if it's not just not getting into anything, but you get the idea. I've always wondered about that myself with the character. And I know they hint at the whole Aquatar thing, but if he was with that girl, he'd be with that girl, and he's not. I'm just saying.
Yep.
But going further from that, when she dies, we immediately go to Trini's home, okay? And we have to deal that part out. We have to do we tell the kid or do we not tell the kid? Which is a heated debate.
How do we tell the kid that, hey, I know you went to school this morning and you had a mom, and now you're back home and you don't have a mom.
Mom
so how? You can't use a normal method.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
For
You can't
instance-
use a normal method. So instead, they decide to go with the, fuck you, we tell the chick that the kid's dead, and then the kid's fucking right there behind him. Oh, shit.
What a convenient way to keep the story moving forward.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it does make sense, to be fair. But that was something that when I was watching it, I was wondering who's going to win out that argument for a second there. Because that's a legit argument to have is, what do we do at this point? The kid's got to come home. The mom is dead. Where do we go? Like, do we make up a bullshit story?
Or did we say the truth?
Or do we say
Zach
the truth?
was against it,
And the
Billy
truth
was
is
like,
loaded.
no, we need to fucking tell her.
Yeah.
And that's about the
I
time
get
that
where they're
she
both
walked
coming
in.
from, though. That's that weird gray area where you hear one guy's, like, I get where you're coming from. And you hear the other guy, like, oh, you make a good point, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then you're-
devil's advocate.
And then you're sitting there and you're like,
So they end up with no choice. Now
no
they
choice
have to
because
tell
you
her.
said it very loudly.
Well, the only part she really hears
Is that your mom? Rita killed your mom.
Rita kills your mom.
killed
yeah.
her
Yeah.
mom.
And then they have to go from that. They decide to tell her everything, and this is a strange move to me. Zach adopts her and quits his position because
As
he
a
was a
congressman.
congressman.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That makes sense. That's why we never saw him again. He had a legit, hardcore, busy life. Okay?
Yeah.
So at that point, there's a reason that he doesn't show up where Adam continually shows up. Zach was gone for a reason. And the only way
I mean,
Zach goes
Adam's
back
technically gone for a reason, too.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
in space.
Yeah, but he's still more
6 hours away, but we'll get to that part.
To be honest, right here, when it said Zach became a congressman, when was Zach into law and politics? I thought about that for a second. Since it's not canon, the Omega Ranger stuff ain't canon. He went to the conference,
Okay,
the
so
peace
hold
conference.
on. He does go to the peace conference.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
he
true.
figured out. Maybe
Because the Omega Ranger shit is comic book shit. It's secondary material. We have to go on what was shown on screen. That's canon continuity.
So when they went to the peace conference, maybe that's when he found a love.
He could have found a passion
Yeah.
for it.
Passion
That's the
for
reason
it.
he didn't come back.
Yeah.
Very, very possible.
He could have very much found that he could help more people with his mind and fighting for the change of infrastructure than punching putties.
Yeah.
That's very much where that could have come
He
from.
could have thought that being a ranger is only temporary. I can
Right.
only make a temporary difference, but if I do this, maybe I can make a lasting difference.
Exactly.
And to leave actual affiliations out of this, I'm sorry, but if you've looked at government, you can understand any 2-bit idiot can walk in off the street and be a fucking part of government.
Yeah.
So he adopts her, which I thought was weird. I kind of thought that should have been a Billy thing, but maybe the idea is that Billy blatantly knows he wouldn't be a father figure. He would always be gone. He would always be working. He would always be wrapped up in whatever he's doing, and he wouldn't have the attention to give, and so they left that to
And
Zach.
Zach
Maybe
took
it made
over.
more
Yeah.
sense.
Well, it also makes sense for his color. Think about the Black Ranger and what he is. Each color also symbolizes their personality. Being as smart as Billy is, his focus is on.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
super tech mongrel guy. He's fucking Iron Man.
They say the Yellow Ranger is always the heart
Without
of the
the
team.
alcohol.
It's always the heart of
And
the
the
team.
womanizing.
But focus, courage, stuff like that. It's a big responsibility to take somebody's. She's a teenager.
Oh, yes.
It's a big responsibility to go from.
That's in the hardest part of their life, too. They have the most questions, the most development, and the most triggering areas. And at that point, they don't understand themselves as well as they'd like to. And they're struggling with their own life. Then you kill the mom. The dad's already gone. And you got to go live with
Uncle Zach.
Uncle Congressman dude that's only sometimes around ever, if ever.
Right.
And
Well,
it
seems
a
like
hard
he
position
gave up
to step.
his
He gave up-
position.
But
so.
he didn't before that.
Yeah.
So this is also a person that she barely knows. And that's a hard position to step into because now you're going to deal with all the turmoil that a kid or an adult would have dealt with. at a time when it affects them 3 times greater. That's
Because
a
instead
hard
of-
position.
It's also hard because instead of her own mother coming out and saying, "Hey, this was my life,"
Right.
she had to hear it from
Or
two
of her
uncles,
mom's best friends,
2 of her
who are
mom's best
basically
friends
family.
who are around here and there,
Right.
that she was a superhero.
Right.
Most children, that's, my mom works at a nursing home. Something happens to her. I knew what she did for a living. But coming home and finding out my mom was a superhero this whole time, and that was just a fucking cover.
Right.
That's even bigger. So it's going to affect her a lot differently. Zach being I don't know, man. I'm going to say the steadfast one. The grounded one.
He's also the one that doesn't make random trips to space for question mark amount of time.
He also doesn't have the kind of money that fucking Billy got. Billy rolling in the
I
dough.
imagine,
but
and
Billy
I
would
can't
not
prove
have
this.
been able to connect with men at the same level.
No,
Zach
they
would.
wouldn't.
Right.
No,
But I
That's
also,
probably why they decided to have Zach do it.
I imagine money is not a thing for the Rangers. I can't say for sure, but I have a feeling.
They know that they have to have it to live.
I have.
but I don't
that's
think
not what I mean.
They don't pursue it.
I don't think you understand.
No, Billy has stupid money.
That's what I'm getting at.
Billy
Yeah.
has such stupid money that every government on the planet's probably looking at that guy going, damn, he's got stupid money. Can we get a loan? That's how stupid money he has.
That guy is creating things that would literally alter the course of our world.
He's so rich that he wakes up every day. He doesn't even realize how
And
rich
he said
He's
he has,
just numb
he
to
said
it
he
now.
has employees, so they are working on tech that is sold in departments somehow.
Here's the thing,
Now.
He could have revolutionized computers.
Shane.
In their world,
doesn't
he could
use
be the
toilet
reason for
paper.
the technology boom.
Possibility.
He doesn't use toilet paper. His toilet paper rolls are actually made out of $1,000 bills that he just wipes his ass with, and he uses a whole roll every time.
A soothing wipe too. It
Yeah.
is cotton.
And guess what? It still doesn't. It's a drop in the fucking bucket.
He would lose money in the time it took him to go buy the toilet paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But that's a real thing. So, okay, I think that he supplies a good portion of funding so that Rangers can step off whatever job they happen to be doing at any time without worry to continue doing.
Obviously, I don't know if that was a callback when Rocky showed up. If you notice, he was wearing a fireman thing. That's some kind of like throwback to
So
Austin
we're almost
because
there.
of what he was doing.
We're almost there. We go 1 year into the future from that point after we see that.
Oh, yeah.
Zach has adopted her. They've kind of lived it out decently. They're close. You could tell that he basically has 24/7 connection to her. He gave up his job, and like I said, I don't think money is a thing. I think Billy supports them, so he basically doesn't have to go to work or anything. He spent all of his time.
He moved into the house because of that. Look at the mailbox.
He spent
Claude
all,
and Taylor.
He spent all his time attending to the kid and getting her through it. At that point, we're supposed to go to a 1-year reunion of the death of Trini. That was the idea. Go to the grave. For whatever reason, Robot Rita has been inactive for an entire year. Her jaw hurt really bad.
Billy really knocked to some stuff.
really
Well,
hurt it.
here's the thing. Fixing Robot Rita took a long time because Finster's not there.
Goldar's not
Goldar's not there. Zed's not there. They don't have the same kind of tech support they used to.
No.
She had to have putties do it.
Putties had to do
Plus-
everything. And they're made of rock.
Look, man, but I have another theory actually. If it takes Rita, because Rita doesn't have the machine anymore, if Rita is manifesting putties off her power, and she needs to be able to run a full planetary scale invasion, that would take time. She would have to make a batch of putties, wait, make a batch of putties, wait, make a batch of putties, store them on the moon as she made them over the course of an entire year planning for invasion.
Well, this guy right here.
My question
plus
is,
not
how
to
the
mention
fuck
the
did they
fact-
not notice a massive army of putties on the moon? Because if I knew anything about it, like, look, Rita was like common knowledge to the planet at this point.
Right.
They know there's a giant palace on the moon, my ass would have been like, all right, so your job until you retire, here's a fucking CCTV of the moon. You see anything going on in that big building there, you press the button.
You push the button.
When you press the button, that will send an emergency call to everybody.
Right.
Every Ranger's communicator.
Fuck, is that a putty? Beep!
And every Ranger around the world's like, oh boy, I haven't done this in a while.
Fucking all Rangers to the moon. Boom, let's
Dude,
go.
That would be crazy. So much power on the moon.
Well,
to
be fair, there's also two other things though to consider. First is after she blows up Trini, she's like, "Oh fuck this! I'm going to the dark dimension that's full of fucking dry ice, and if you drop something, you can't see anything on the fucking floor."
Hard to see.
Very hard
in
to
there
see.
though without her Adidas, right?
Right.
It's true. It's true. Only Jason had the Adidas.
Right.
So you can't really do much with the dark dimension if you don't have your Adidas.
Yeah, that's why they couldn't warp in there after.
Right. The other thing as well is when she first shows up, she doesn't have two robot fucking henchmen.
Yeah.
So she was in the middle of making two robot henchmen.
Yeah, that's what
while
Bill was
at the same
getting at.
time shitting out putties.
Yep. That's what Bill was getting at.
It's also possible that she spent the entire time prepping in the dark dimension and we don't see her in the palace until then.
Right.
That
So
could make
it could
sense,
have, she could have been gone in the dark dimension prepping for an entire year. Because if she was making random attacks, it doesn't sound like she was making random attacks. It sounded like they all went to Trini's grave to do the 1 year, bring flowers and this and that.
Yep.
To this day, I mean, not to this day. I mean, I only saw a little bit ago, but I still feel bad for Harvey Garvey.
Yeah.
Why did his grave of all graves get?
Yeah, holy
that was
shit.
the dumbest name ever. Hey,
We should have looked
just
that up. Is there a
slapped-
reason for that?
Is there a throwback? Is that somebody? Was that?
Is that something we don't know?
Did we
Because I
miss
was
something?
really curious. That feels like some kind of cameo.
I know whose cameo that was.
What?
Guy with baseball hat.
That would be amazing. That'd be amazing if that was Baseball Cap Man. He finally made it home, drank some real water,
And then died.
and died.
So thirsty.
I'm just curious if there's an Easter egg there, or if it's just a funny little.
I don't know. I wondered that myself. So while he's looking that up,
He's a character in the Power Rangers universe. He's not a ranger. He's a mentor. He's the talk show host.
the talk show host.
Yeah, from that one random fucking episode.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
That? Why? That is the
from
weirdest
season
fucking
2,
cameo ever.
lights, camera, action.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I wish it was baseball hat guy. Now you ruined it for me. Fuck that.
I knew the
gravestone.
name sounded fucking familiar.
Shane.
Now that I'm looking it up, it's
Shane.
like, oh yeah.
Here's the thing. You could say, "Oh, poor Harvey Garvey." Fuck that guy now.
Yeah, fuck him.
That's wild. Okay, so that's,
I would
A nice little
that's wild.
random Easter egg, but okay.
Okay,
from
so
one fucking random episode.
So
yeah.
they show up, and when they show up, they're going to, say goodbye, just like everybody else, and 3 people are already there saying goodbye when they're attacked by Rita. The 3 of them morph, they have a confrontation.
There's 4.
There's 4.
Jason, Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy were there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
okay.
Zach,
Zach
was
and-
running late.
Zach was running.
Zach
was
and
running late.
Min were walking up, and then they hear
heard it's
off
morphing.
screen,
It's morphing time.
and
So-
they use the voice clips for old voice clips for
JDM?
Tommy and Kimberly
And Jason. I
And
thought.
Jason, they would
and
have.
Jason. Yeah, they had to
Yeah.
do that for Jason. I forgot.
So
That's why we never see them out of costume.
right. So they fight these 2 monsters. One is basically a shield. That's what he is. He's
Yep.
the tank of the team.
The bull,
They have
the
a
bull
tank,
looking-
a
Yeah,
mage.
the Minotaur guy
And then
from
the
the fucking
Cobra.
They have
Sega
a
game.
tank. They have a tank, a mage, and a status effect guy.
Yep.
That Cobra is nasty.
Cobra! No,
And so this fucking status effect guy, if he grabs a hold of you, he can paralyze you.
And then shrink you down.
Then I think,
yeah,
Yeah.
miniaturize you with
Snakes.
fucking
and keeps you wrapped up in little
tangle-web
snakes.
snake.
And they basically suck your power away into this machine, which they don't give us the purpose of at that point.
God damn it.
But she's going to
Good.
use them.
And now fucking Helsing Ultimate fucking pops up. I'm sucking everyone but you!
They're going to use this machine for a diabolical purpose.
Evil.
Evil.
And there's enough space for 18 little Ranger figures.
And they
Yep.
we paused
And they start off
and
with
we
3.
stopped and we saw all the ones that they captured.
So where do they go from there? At that point, after the fight, they go back to the.
Well,
they go to
after they got some ass whoopings done, Billy and Zach demorph, and
'Cause
those
Zach-
two and Min jump in the rad bug,
Yeah.
Because Tommy,
And try to
Kimberly, and
fuck
Jason
off.
got captured.
and they tried to block the rad bug, and Billy's like, "This bitch flies,
yeah,
dumbasses."
dumbasses. So they fly away.
Which is then funny because Shane's bitching, why the fuck are the windshield
No,
wipers
that was
on?
Bill.
Oh,
yeah, I
Bill's
was.
the first.
I was like,
Benji-
why are the windshield wipers
We'll
on?
get to that.
but
towards
then
the
they
end.
explain it later and it's like, oh, okay.
Okay,
I got
so
many questions
Yeah.
about
we
it.
fly away with the power of windshield wipers.
Fucking rad bug
Dude.
becomes chitty bang bang. Let's go.
I mean, it looks like it might rain. I might actually turn my windshield wipers on my way home and see if I just.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Take
shit.
off. Oh shit! That's a lightning cloud.
Oh!
Shane's calling like, how do you land? I'm like, turn the windshield wipers off. He's like, I'll fall. I don't-
That's not landing. That's falling.
That's falling.
In style.
So, at that point, they go back and they have the discussion about whether or not she should be a ranger, right?
Yes.
Is that where we are?
Well,
Well,
kinda yes and
she's
kinda
like,
no. First-
I want to be a ranger. Blah blah blah.
First we head back and then they have the little flashback because Billy walks up and sees Alpha 9 and then all of a
No,
sudden
he
they...
sees Alpha 8. Alpha 8 is the one that gets.
They
fucking-
see Alpha 9, then all of a sudden it becomes,
Oh, this is the
oh my god,
flashback.
Zordon! Oh my god, is it
So
Zordon?
it's a
And then,
flashback.
then the tube explodes.
So the
That was
flashback,
8.
the flashback explains to us that Billy
Alpha 8's the
rebuilt
one that becomes Robo.
Yes,
Billy
but they
rebuilt
see
the
9
command center.
first because
9
then they
triggers
flash
the
back.
flashback.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Billy rebuilds the
Dude,
command
there was a
center.
lot of shit going on.
Why
for
the
this.
fuck do you think I was the only one taking notes?
Billy rebuilds the command center for one purpose. The Z-Wave left behind trails of energy.
good
Yeah.
and evil.
And that specific energy, Billy finds out, it's basically scattered particle field energy that could actually hold the essence
Of Zordon.
of Zordon. But
Yep.
what he doesn't realize, because he doesn't study it far enough, he found out one thing.
And he got too
Zordon.
excited. Yeah.
He got
Yep.
too excited and he realized, I can bring him back.
This is the
If
one
his
blunder
essence
you
is
have to
in
give
there,
Billy
if
because he
his-
did not do the research enough.
Well,
Yep.
that's part of it. He says if the
Billy
energy
really
there,
is Tony Stark.
if
Yep.
the energy is there,
Ultron.
I can bring him back because it's not just energy. There's essence of who he was in the energy.
Yes.
But what
Yep.
he doesn't realize is that every evil person hit
Also-
scattered into remnant essence energy that can also be called back. So while he attempts to bring Zordon back, and by the way,
which is actually funny because if you think about it, if that's every evil essence, that means somehow Rita has more evil in her than fucking, oh my god, it's evil Lord Zed.
no, not necessarily. I think something.
Rita's essence just might have been closer.
I think that the essence of Rita
Think
is
about- no, no.
trapped in absolute hate over the fact that she was beaten and she never let it go. The Rangers.
Think
Zed
about
moved on-
who
Zed
had
moved on-
who
Zed-
had the strongest connection to Zordon in the past.
Rita.
Rita.
Zed.
Yeah.
Zed,
but
it's
the-
not Rita. It's Zed.
Yeah.
But Zed's essence would have moved on. His irritation no longer lies with Zordon, who fucked him. It's people like the Machine Empire
That fucked him.
That fucked him. Yeah.
That didn't bother her the same rate as losing her standing when she lost to the Rangers, and she's hated them and held a small connection that never let go.
Right.
So if you're watching that clip real close, Billy does find Zordon. It zaps in, it starts forming his face. They very much start saying, this is a spike, we're getting energy. And it seems all of it's blue and all of it's what it's supposed to be. And then I think the essence of Rita piggybacks on that signal, and she let herself in. He didn't call her directly. I think she's so intertwined in hatred over what happened that basically her soul never left and never rested.
Yeah.
And then, the second there was even the slightest chance that she could get in there,
she got in there.
And she breaks the tube entering.
Which I'm glad they explained that, because when they first show fucking Robo Rita, I'm sitting here like, did the Machine Empire make a fucking evil Rita that nobody fucking knew about and she just woke the fuck up?
No, she saw the
then
same
all of a sudden
plastic
they're like,
surgeon
oh.
that Frieza did.
Yeah, exactly. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh.
I kind of like this
hey.
idea, though.
Now, the reason I would argue that I think they were bringing Zordon back is because I saw the face forming.
Yeah.
Then the tube cracks and the other essence exits the tube and the tube shuts down.
Yep.
So if he was there, they lost him when she did that. And she, being a vengeful, angry bitch, was like, no, break. And fucking breaks the tube, basically, comes out, finds a body to inhabit, which happens to be Alpha 8, becomes a new Robo Rita, and then immediately goes into attacking Billy, and what Billy, feeling like he made this huge fuck up, he never tried again.
Yep.
They may have found Zordon, and he didn't know it.
Yep. But he kind of said, fuck that. Because the last time I did that, bad shit happened.
No,
he never tries a second time.
Alpha says later on that they're going to keep looking into it.
Yeah, but towards the end.
Yeah.
When he's basically being told, even by the others, that, look, you couldn't have known this shit. There's a chance that he did it. And he just didn't realize
there's
that he
a chance
something
that
else.
Billy's going to do it.
Right.
Right.
Zordon will probably do it.
There's no guarantee this is the last one of these we're going to get.
I feel like this could be something.
I too have a feeling that like David and fucking Walter, they'd probably be 100% down coming back and doing some more.
Now, if you think about this, the Z-Wave, when it hit Rita, it broke her into 3 pieces.
Yep.
Okay?
The good part.
Well, there's the good part, which is left behind that aged, and I'm assuming he's passed away.
Let's go ahead.
There's a second part, which became a mistress of magic, like an essence of magic that existed in Mystic Force. Is that right? Am I thinking back correctly?
I believe so,
She
yeah.
like the mentor or something for those
No,
guys?
but she makes an appearance as like a goddess of magic or some shit.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be the Mage
out.
Rangers, yeah.
And then...
I never watched
can't remember.
it.
Then there would be a third form, which is all the evil energy that dissipated. So what we're looking at that enters Alpha 8...
is all the
is
bad.
Way worse than Rita ever
It's
was.
You know what it is?
It's letting the hate flow.
I was just about to do that.
Yeah, because it would be way worse than Rita ever was because it would be pure concentrated evil.
Concentration
nothing
of evil.
Good. No part of her would be good.
Now remember, children, when you're making new monsters, you don't want to use pure concentrated evil.
Oh,
you want to
people are saying
dilute
it right
down.
here. People are saying it right here. She became Mystic Mother and Mystic Force. So if we tie that back to the same idea, when she was hit by the wave, she split in 3. And we got the worst part of her back right here. All the hate, evil, vengeance, things of that nature that was left behind with the Z-Wave, that was pulled from her to give her a human life. That is what came through the tube and is now Robot Rita, which would be terrible because the other Rita had just enough good in her to not go completely fucking murder mode.
Yep.
She wasn't a full-on murder hobo.
Right.
She was a slight murder hobo.
Because remember, that Rita was happy enough to just take the power coins and be like, I win, and then outed.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the Rita we dealt with before. There was just enough good in her to be like, I win, I'm not going to slaughter these children, I'm going to take over the world.
That was also the Rita that had just enough niceness in her to fall in love with Lord Zed.
Right. This Rita...
So
give up.
Billy, what's up?
This Rita got elbowed in the face and said, bitch, dead!
This Rita also was like, oh, yo, Billy, it's been a while. I'm here to kill you. And then he's like, and he's getting shot at, and he's like dodging and calling. And she, instead of just leaving, she's like, I'm going to follow him.
Yeah.
Because I'm not done beating your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that ends the flashback where he's literally like, "Oh shit, there's an evil Rita! Somebody come help me!" And then he fucking GTFOs.
And then that shows the beginning scene where he's getting up all beat up.
Yep.
Because he's outside the command center getting his shit kicked in.
Well,
So then
we're outside Billy's command center that he built
'cause
himself.
That's his actual business, and he hides the new command center under.
Yes, it's
Yep.
yes.
So again, Tony Stark.
Cranston.
Here's Stark.
That's why I said.
Yeah, here's Cranston
There's so many
Industries, by the way.
similarities
Don't look in the
with
basement.
fucking Tony's
Don't look in the
Motherfucker!
Don't look in the basement!
Don't look in the
Don't look in the
basement!
basement, Shane! Shane! Don't look in the basement. Billy's basement, motherfucker.
God damn it!
We have made everything. For
And
this.
yes,
Son of a bitch! Where's our royalties?
to answer the question, yes, there would be an evil
only
essence
thing that
of
didn't
Diva
show
Tox
up
as well.
was Pervy
Somebody
Zordon.
asked that.
There would be.
There'd be an evil essence of everybody
Yeah.
out there.
But there's only one that was hatred enough to stick around the Rangers and everything they were doing.
Like
all the time.
basically being an
Well,
invisible
also,
fucking
it would be-
stalker.
it
Like,
would be- it
I'm
would
gonna
be
get
like-
you.
It would be like having an evil spirit connected to you that hates you for something you did.
Yep.
And it won't go away, and you haven't exercised it because you don't know it's
Oh,
there.
you
My
mean
ex-wife.
Wow.
I was gonna say,
Sorry, I had to.
you mean Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers? Should I keep going?
So, then where do we go from there?
From there, Alpha hands the two backup coins.
Okay,
Synthetic coins.
so
Yeah.
here's why we had to do this.
Proxy.
Yeah.
We bring new Rangers in. They're old Rangers, but you get the idea. Now, these Rangers, we've seen them morph before, okay? So they're capable of it. But I do like this little bend of continuity here. Billy and Alpha have created a form of proxy coins, secondary links to the power grid. They've never tested these,
Yep.
but they think that it will override existing power grid connections and allow multiple Pink Rangers, multiple Red Rangers, and so on and so forth. Because originally, we were told you can't double morph.
Yep.
It causes a problem in the grid. And
You might die.
years later, we were given an actual example of that, where a White Ranger basically led. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was which one was this? Is this Dino Fury? The White Ranger that goes crazy because of the double morph?
Yeah, the White Ranger in Dino Thunder is evil. Starts off evil.
Right. And it's actually caused by the too much energy rule, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken.
I believe it is.
So-
it drives him. It kind of drives the wearer mad.
So this has been proven that it happens. So Billy's found a way to proxy link to the morphing grid. Not a direct link, which could be the reason they morph and demorph immediately when something is done, is you can't strain the powers the same way. That would explain that. And the reason they can't just go straight for their morphers that they have in their back pockets is because if Kimberly is already the Pink Ranger and she's not demorphed, she's connected to the grid and they're siphoning her on that machine, a secondary morph would cause that maddening effect. So they had to use an experimental new technology, proxy morphing. That works.
Which is basically like a splitter.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna just split the power, and here's some of it. Here's some of it because you
Which
were once.
also, I can't prove this, but it may have slowed the machine down.
It did.
Because remember, when she only had morphing Rangers, and then they proxied that energy, it seemed like her machine didn't charge as fast as when she got other Rangers, and it was just bam. And then she even says, this is charging my machine way faster than I ever anticipated, which means that the proxy morph is pulling from the same energy, but safely and splitting the energy, so she didn't get as much from the morphing team as she had originally thought, and then assumed this is going to take a while, only to find out when she got other Rangers from other teams, oh, this is happening a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah.
That could explain the proxy powers. That could be an absolute explanation to the proxy powers.
Yeah, because since Jay and Kimmy were basically already morphed and hooked up to the machine, the splitting would have halved their power, if not lessened it even more. Then all you have left is Tommy and Green, and, how come my cell phone is only charging like 1% like every 2 hours? Let me change out the cable. Oh shit, my phone's already charged.
So where do we go from there?
They bring in Rocky.
See.
Well, they teleport in.
Well, yeah, then they
Cat.
pull in Rocky.
Well, that's
and
where we
Cat.
are because we're talking about the proxy powers. We didn't
Uh,
talk about their entrance. What's her name is doing? Cat. What's Cat doing?
Cat is being
with her son, JJ.
stay-at-home mom. So they were at a PTA meeting.
Okay.
Because she was like, how am I supposed to tell everybody that, like, literally I need to fucking leave to go to the bathroom so I can, like, warp out of the bathroom to come here? Okay. In the middle of a PTA meeting, it's like, calm down, Karen.
And then Rocky works as a firefighter?
Rocky was eating lunch.
Rocky was pissed. He reheated his fucking lo mein.
And only to be called to battle and can't eat his lo mein.
Yep. Lunch.
So, does this special... I'm going to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Does this special confirm, because she's at a PTA meeting, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and we got a little bit of information from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Are Tommy and her together?
Yes.
Yeah.
They mentioned it.
100% confirmed
yes,
now?
because she
JJ
literally
is
said
her son.
They said, how am I supposed to explain...
How am I supposed to explain this to JJ?
About his
and
father.
literally when they go and they see all the Rangers sitting there inside the machine and she reaches up, she goes, Tommy, what the fuck? And he's like, don't fucking touch your husband.
Yeah, they are together, yes.
So it is confirmed that Old
Cat
Man Tommy, terrible Old Man Tommy episode is the future. It is
100% canon.
We are moving in that direction.
Yep.
So Kimberly is still a Ranger. That must be awkward. Like, what's going on?
No,
and Dear John let it really suck, bitch.
Nah, I imagine they're fine.
Now would be.
Okay, so that's interesting.
Jason and Kimmy probably ended up together.
Now where are we?
Then we get to everybody goes out and starts fucking fist fighting putties that actually explode into gravel after because of the.
Oh, is this when they run the initiative, the Bandora initiative?
Yeah, they've basically because that's why Cat and
this actually gives Rita. This actually, but this gives Rita more chance to charge the machine. They don't realize they're playing into Rita's hands. This put every Ranger that existed out on the street to fight an invading worldwide mass of putties.
Yep.
And when they call in every Ranger in existence, she starts capturing them. Because of course you would.
Snack.
So now we saw who they captured.
Yep.
We
I don't remember all of them.
They got
quite a few.
Most of the.
They got most of Lost Galaxy.
They got Red. They got Leo. They got Kai. They got Green Ranger guy.
Wow.
Damien.
Damien.
Was it Damien?
Damien.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry. It's been a while.
Anyway.
And then they captured Carlos.
Yep.
They got Tanya.
Yep.
They got not Billy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to talk about this.
Yeah, they want to talk about
Phantom Ranger. You guys want me to talk about this? My theory is still right. Now, if you remember, if you could even go back and check it for yourself if you really wanted to go into this. But look, I have told you that without a doubt, I've put together the pieces. I'm positive Billy was the Phantom Ranger. And I've proven as much as I possibly can that that's a thing. Now look, this still goes into exactly my theory without changing a single thing. I told you back then, I did not say it was a Ranger thing. The Phantom Ranger, I told you, was not a morph. It was a suit. A thing that Billy had to wear to stabilize the infection that he had that caused the accelerated growth. And that Jim, specifically, is what was keeping him alive. We've seen that Billy has fixed that problem. He's cured of it. So, I petitioned the idea he doesn't need that suit anymore.
So sad.
What?
They said they didn't get the blue turbo. He has no team.
Oh!
Yeah, Justin's by himself. He's like, shift into turbo.
Like, at that point when Billy no longer needs the suit, he no longer needs to hold on to it. And there are plenty of Rangers out there that could have A, inherited said suit.
You read that last one?
Or B, there could have been a whole new person that took that suit and is currently running with it.
They didn't explain that.
There are certain Rangers that have lost their powers over the course of the series.
Yep.
That suit would act as a power suit. That's a way to fix a problem with them. You could have easily chosen a new leader of the Turbo Rangers and given it to the Phantom Ranger, and that's what he does. Or you could have sent the possibility that that suit is now in the hands of another Ranger. Say, who was with the Phantom Ranger during the gigantic attack at the end of space?
Shit.
Was it the Gold? Were the Gold and the Phantom traveling together?
Possibility.
Some people are saying maybe Justin is the new Phantom Ranger.
It's not impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, he has no team, so I mean...
You could have given that suit to anybody at that point because Billy wouldn't need it.
He cured himself.
And to be fair, when they have captured teams, like...
Oh,
you see a bunch of them, like...
Billy, just to let you know this, the reason I can prove to you again that Billy would have gave up that suit, Billy's not nostalgia bound, okay?
Right.
Yes, he built a new command center, but stop and think about this for a second. It ain't the same.
No.
It ain't the same as either of the other two command centers that he worked in. Billy built a new Alpha, maybe, I'm making a random assumption, or he was given one. We don't exactly know how that works. We don't know. We know they came from Eltar, I'm guessing. I don't know.
We do know that Alpha 5 was in our series.
Right.
And I think the Alpha that Adam, when he came back and unearthed to help to fix the Overdrive Rangers powers, I believe that was Alpha 6. Because now we're
possible.
Well, yeah, because now we're on 9.
So look at his command center real quick. This is what I'm trying to say. Billy, you're not going to find any of his old inventions there. Even the rad bug is a new thing. That's not the old one.
No, it's a new version.
Rad bug 2.0.
Which means Billy is about advancing things forward. He's not about... Damn it. He's not about fucking remaking the same thing necessarily, and he's not about holding on to shit for nostalgia. Because of that, once he doesn't need the suit, he gives it away. Or he leaves it on Aquitar, the people who would have helped him make it to sustain his body back then, and maybe one of them uses it. You don't know what happened to that suit, but I'm telling you,
it seems like Aquitar is the go-to place for Rangers to get fixed up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt my theory.
Their technology
in the
must
least.
be ridiculous.
Because I saw that a lot. People were posting all this week telling me, Bill, it's not Billy. They confirmed that it's not Billy. No, they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't confirm shit.
You saw a suit shrunk down and put in the machine. That's all you saw.
Because if the only thing that you could take is the last fucking suit that you had, Tommy should not be there as Green Ranger.
No, he should be there as
Dino Black. And fucking Jason should be there as fucking Gold Ranger.
But,
well...
Tommy has the Master Morpher.
But either way, if that's a piece of technology that other Rangers can now just have, too, that's what I'm getting at. Just because you see the suit, it does not discredit the theory at all. In fact, it just adds to Billy's character that I don't see any nostalgia in his stuff. He upgrades things and moves on. If he's done with that suit and he doesn't need it, it's gone.
The nostalgia part was... Hey, I used to have a rad bug.
Yeah.
I'm going to modify a different rad bug, but still keep a classic look.
Yeah.
Because I like that nostalgia.
Yeah, the closest thing to nostalgia is, gotta find Zordon, need Zordon, but...
They just want Zordon back. I mean, like Zach said, he was a father figure.
Well, which is what I said. Of course he was a father figure. Mommy and Daddy were never the fuck around.
Well, so that fixes that. I'm positive that doesn't negate the original theory laid down about Billy. I'm still 100% positive, not deterred in any way, and looking at the characters the way they are, Billy was the Phantom Ranger. Billy is not anymore. Why? Because he got the grid working again, and he's the blue. Why does he need a suit? Not a Ranger power, a suit that he no longer needs to sustain his body.
Well, one of the guys in the chat says he likes to think that the Phantom Ranger is a special medical life support suit.
And that's exactly what I've argued for Billy.
But can also kick ass.
That's literally what the argument just was.
Yeah,
Billy was literally rapid aging, so he put on the suit to fucking keep him from rapid aging.
But still had to help his friends.
Right.
So all they do is pass that he's done with it. You pass it on. or you give it back to Aquitar where he built it or where it was given to him. We don't know exactly which one. And then it goes to somebody else that needs it for
Plus,
whatever
to be
reason.
fair, something else that also fucking adds a little bit of credence in this show, Billy's a little bit more cold and calculating than he's been in the past. Like you said at the fucking top, he went from having to take off his glasses and fucking duck hugs from putties to now he literally, and we're not quite there yet, but he literally gets to the Rita fight and is like, no, fuck her up. Kill her. Get rid of the bitch. Done with her.
At that point, emotions are running high. He just lost his best friend. That thing killed his best friend. Him and Trini were closer than of anybody.
Oh, that's true, but again, like I said, that still gets into the fucking cold calculating.
And even though Billy is brilliant,
that,
he's still
I think
emotion.
what you're looking at with Billy is you're looking at Billy has changed a fundamental rank of his fighting.
Yep.
At first he was kind of flailing.
Yes.
At second he put a little more control in it, but he was too harsh to think about what he was doing, and if he couldn't just push past it, if he couldn't outpower it, he basically lost the fight, or he wasn't good enough in general. But I think when you're looking at somebody that can think 5 steps ahead, that plays everything like a game of chess,
Yep.
you're looking at a person that now his fighting style is defensive prioritized, specifically looking for openings.
Yep.
When he fought Rita, the way he fought was he fought until there was a very specific opening he could use.
Then he did a Misty Flip elbow drop.
And he was the only one that hit her, and he hit her hard.
Yep.
Enough to
fuck up her face.
And
yes.
later on, when everybody in the room is getting bitched by Rita, he's the one that will go, she's not paying attention.
Poke.
He's the one that is specifically, he's become a defensive line fighter that looks for openings in somebody's attack pattern.
Which makes sense with his weapon.
Yes. So that works for Billy in his older age.
Yep.
It makes a lot of sense.
Which is
And
fine.
if you pay attention, by the way, to take this back to real world aspect, yes, I'm going to do that because I talk about this all the time and people get irritated when I talk about Kamen Rider. Look at Big George Foreman. Big George Foreman, when he came back in his 40s, was not going to melee his way to the top of the game. It wasn't fucking possible. He became a defensive, cross-guard line fighter that looked for proper openings in other people's attack patterns and laid motherfuckers out.
Yep.
And won heavyweight championship of the fucking world against a guy half his motherfucking age in his prime through defense, strategy, and openings.
Yep.
Brilliant fucking fighter. And I can't wait to see that movie, by the way. I gotta see Big George Foreman like a motherfucker. I gotta see it twice, goddammit.
Right. Well, anyway, back to where we should be in the story. So, let's see. Everybody's come down. They got the proxy coins. They go down. They beat the shit out of putties. Which, since they are golems, actually exploded in gravel, which was awesome.
That is the best new effect they could have done, is to prove finally that they are made of rock.
Yep.
You hit them hard enough, or a nice sissy kick, and they fall just right, they explode.
Yeah.
Because I know you saw that sissy kick.
Cat was like, there we go, bitch. And he's like, oh, defeated.
So anyway, so now we go back to the command center where we're talking to SPA over the phone, who says, hey, we're like 6 hours out.
By the way, thanks for the cool-ass cloaking tech.
Okay, so we have to do this real quick. We have to do this. Tanya's there.
Yeah.
They were just asking.
Yeah, everybody's been asking, yes.
Tanya
That's
is
why I'm trying to
trapped,
move it
and
along
Aisha is back.
I have a fix for Tanya. It's a very easy fix. You want to know what it is?
Don't view that pothole.
No.
Time Force.
She doesn't fucking belong there. She was never supposed to go back in time, never supposed to switch with an ancestor, never supposed to affect the flow of time all the way through to the present day.
They think they were just like...
And the Time Force is specifically there to watch anomalies in time and correct them. The Rangers took it upon themselves to drop somebody with future knowledge into the fucking past And even if she only affected one person at a time, that's a cascading effect that changes every single moment in history moving forward, no matter how you look at it. So the Time Rangers would have seen that as a problem and said, whoa, what the fuck is that? They would have went back. And even if we can't put the other one in her place now, because we can't switch back because it'll fuck the timeline up even worse, they take Tanya and they say, you can't be here. And she's like, well, I felt it was necessary. I switched with something. No, you can't just fucking do that. No. Now, we can't put her back in your place because you've already fucked up time, but you're going to fuck it up even worse. You got to come back with us. They bring her to not the future, but present. To the time where she was supposed to be any fucking way. Drop her back in place. And then, in order to safeguard the future that went on without her because of situations, they said, you're gonna have to kind of disappear and have effects on areas of history where it makes more sense, where it's not going to be so extreme.
So there's they sent her ass to space.
There's a group that is currently working in space that will, eventually lead to certain circumstances in the future.
Creating a police force.
Yeah. We want you to be part of that group. From everything that we've seen, you'll cause the least amount of time displacement damage in this position. And you can live out your life here, because this is where you're supposed to fucking be! They drop her there. She meets back up with an old friend that gives her a plug-in somewhere she can live her life. And we move forward from that point.
So that's how Aisha and Adam join Space Patrol Alpha.
Yes, because that's what makes sense with Aisha and Tanya, because they can't necessarily fix that. They can't just drop her back into place without affecting everything. Or maybe they did. Maybe that was the point. Maybe they went and got her and said, we fixed this part. You gave up your entire fucking childhood, came here and fought a war that wasn't yours to fucking fight. We can't affect that part without affecting everything else. So we'll leave this part intact, but you got to go home. Mm-hmm. And you got to go back to what you're supposed to be, a kid. And maybe when they swap Aisha back into the time where she's supposed to be, they put Tanya back where she's supposed to be, and they go, now, go have a fucking childhood. You were never supposed to be 9 going on 19.
Yeah. It's true.
That's where I get. It's where my head goes.
That's fine.
If I have to create headcanon, because Aisha should be dead. Long dead.
Yeah.
Long dead.
But Time Force is here to save
But Time Force is here to fix Zordon fuck-ups.
Yep.
They were like, in the year 3000, guys, we got another fuck-up. Zordon related? They're always Zordon related.
They're always Zordon fucking related.
I thought this job was going to be easy.
No, Zordon related incidents are like fucking jaywalking on Earth.
Yeah.
We already know.
They're just like, why did we found this fucking team again? Zordon. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Thinks he can just do whatever the fuck he wants.
What's he up to anyways right now? Scattered across the fucking universe. Oh.
Causing problems all over the
universe. Is he still causing problems? He's always
causing fucking problems. He's caught in a fucking time warp.
Motherfucker hasn't been on Earth in goddamn 32 years, but he's still causing problems.
They say Rita put him in there. Nah, we put him in there for knocking off.
We had to put him in one fucking spot because he was causing all these goddamn problems.
So no, I'm Zordon. I'm an intergalactic being trapped in a time warp, not by Rita, by those bastards.
By those bastards.
Look, motherfucker, if you were doing something other than trying to be the main character from a fucking Tales game, we could let you out.
You're still under house arrest.
So now that we really think about this canon shit, Zordon's a villain because he's in prison.
No. He was a good Samaritan that did good things in a very stupid way.
Yeah, like I said, the main character of any fucking Tales game.
A basement.
I do what the
Keeping
fuck
people
I
in the
want
basement
when
is
the
not
fuck
a
I want
good
to do.
Samaritan thing. That's evil. Zordon is evil. You don't keep people in your basement
He kept people in the basement because he was under house arrest.
and needed friends.
Otherwise, there's
company.
no telling where them people would have ended up.
Yeah, they could have ended up in a space dumpster.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a lot wrong with this shit. Zordon's lying to these kids.
He do what he wants.
Yeah.
Your puny human rules do not apply to me.
How you liking that?
Interdimensional.
How do you liking that puny prison that we put
Oh
you in?
no, I'm in another dimension.
We'll bring you back.
I can't hear shit you say.
Fucking hold on, wait, let me adjust the knobs. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Yeah,
Son
you're
of
back
a
now,
bitch!
Oh, they're calling me back. You. I can get in there. I'm not going in that fucking tube. You go in that tube. I don't want to go in the tube. Oh, I'm free.
Oh, shit.
What are we doing? Get him off my back.
Get him off my back. I don't care. Kill one of them damn kids. I don't give a fuck.
Which one?
Fucking I'm retired.
Tell him to stop calling me.
Which one should I kill? Trini always looked at me weird. I didn't like that. She always judged me. I could tell that.
She had that creepy doll.
She was a judgmental one.
Fucking, it's so fucked up. But you can constantly pick out weird things with Zordon. He was, oh man, he's a very questionable.
Well,
he's
I
like the
mean,
whole Xavier thing.
It's not canon, but if you look at the reboot movie that they did,
Right.
Rita hated the Yellow Ranger.
And then going further than that, though, he was also proven to be a very piece of shit, not necessarily a good guy thing, out for his own bullshit. Zordon in the reboot movie too.
Yeah.
Where the only reason he collected a bunch of kids was so he could come back to life and do it himself.
Yep.
He didn't give a shit about them kids or their world.
Yep.
He was gonna come back to life.
Cranston.
Yeah.
It's always a Cranston.
Always a Cranston.
Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, man.
Where are we?
I think.
Well, let's see. With 30 minutes left, since you got a hard out here at about 11:45, I believe now that they're done talking on SPD, they hear over one of the fucking TVs that they have set up in the board. They hear men fucking trying to fight putties at the fucking juice bar.
And trying to use the fucking power.
Yeah, I'm trying to use the morpher
without
This
being
was cool.
activated with it already.
I like this idea because it showcases that years ago, Rita. This explains Tommy. Is what we see here. Men stole the morpher, and she's tired of this shit. They were fucking children soldiers. There's no reason she can't be a fucking child soldier. Okay.
Yep.
That's what she's
that
saying.
even brings it up several times.
Yeah. She's going for revenge. She's angry. She's not thinking clearly. And she's moving towards, once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. Okay? Look. Good. If we look at this idea, we figure out why Rita had the coin and didn't just Green Ranger herself like we do in the reboot movie. She can't. There's something in the morphing grid
heard the story of
that connects
Darth
to
and
certain
Zordon the
people,
Wise?
and as good guys, by the way, you have to be in the right state of mind to accept the power to begin with.
Because the morphing grid is a sentient.
Yes, it's
It's
some
sentient.
sort of sentient thing, just like the fucking. It's their fucking speed.
When they
force.
say the power protects you, it really does protect you.
Yeah.
So where we go
as
with
long
this,
as you're not being a daft cunt.
she attempts to use it and it doesn't work.
Which
because
is the
her
funniest
mindset is
scene
in the
because
wrong area.
the funniest scene is she's trying to.
Yeah. She whips out the morph and she goes, Tigerzord! And all of a sudden, like, the place is like, oh
Saber-tooth
shit.
tiger.
It explains a couple of things, by the way. It explains a couple of things with Tommy that I argued before. If you were going to pick somebody to kill the Rangers and ravage the planet, why some teenager good kid?
Because he can do 3 spin kicks in a row.
Makes no sense. You know who I would have picked? No, I'm serious. I would have picked whatever bloodthirsty, angry mercenary wanted revenge on the world for being the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who I would have picked.
Oh, wait, you mean herself?
But you know why we didn't do that?
Because we need a pure heart.
Because we can't. We have to have somebody who's a good person that can actually connect with the grid. You have to be a good person and in the right state of mind to connect with the grid. So you take Tommy, connect him to the coin first, then corrupt him with your spells over time.
Yep.
And then you get a candle, and then you go because that's the sound of evil magic. And then suddenly he's evil.
And that's how you do it, though. Which this is interesting because it cuts back.
Well, no, you're casting mum. I gotta cast bib.
It casts all the way back to prove that that's why Tommy was selected in the first place. Is you have to have a person who's a good person who can connect with the grid and has to be in the right state of mind. So she captures him when he's in the state that he could have been. Because he has an entire fight with Jason. And win or lose, he was just happy to have that competition, man. Remember, they shake hands, they hang out, they say, thanks, man, kept me going. Man, that was a damn good fight. I'd have trained with you more often. This was like, this really drove me. It really pushed me. I enjoyed everything about this. Oh, Kimmy, hey, blah, blah, blah. We're fucking good people here. Everyone's a good fucking person here. Everybody's good. Then he goes walking home at night and gets attacked by putties. Still a good person when she beams him with a green light.
Yep.
And she gives him the coin then. Then puts him in a cave, wraps him in a cocoon, and turns him into a bad guy.
Yep.
And there was no bibbing going on, so we couldn't save the kid.
Yeah. we didn't have Bib Master.
Is
Is
he evil yet? No, there's a lot more I have to do before he's evil. You can come back later.
Come back tomorrow. I'll be done then.
Yeah.
So that's how we get Tommy all those years ago, and why it explains why she needed him specifically, and it goes all the way forward to right now when the morpher won't work.
Yep.
He senses that you're out for the wrong reason, and I'm not
If
giving...
she morphed, she'd be an evil yellow ranger.
Yep.
It may not stop with Rita. She may choose to literally be a Azrael vigilante.
A ranger slayer,
Yes.
so to speak.
Yes. But she wouldn't go after rangers. She may be a good person, but for the wrong reason. She may go off killing criminals after she gets the power working.
Yep. You stole from that old lady. Bam! Throw punch!
Literally vigilante justice. You have no clue where she goes with the energy, so it won't work. It makes a lot of sense, and it answers certain questions we've had for a couple of decades.
You know, the thing is, she does all right for a non-augmented human.
Yeah.
For a minute.
She does hold her own for a couple minutes.
I love the fact
and
that
it's great.
But
yeah.
then she gets
because you can tell that she's not augmented. Bill even pointed it out in the episode. She goes and she punches a putty and then goes,
and then she starts sticking to her legs and her throws because she realizes that shit, they're made of rock.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then a broom gets broken in half, and then she uses a tongue fuzz.
So you know...
For a minute.
So you see...
Until two putties pick her up and literally fucking...
Slam her
Dudley Boy special
bar.
power bomb her ass into the bar.
She got wrecked. And I love that because it showcases, just like back when the Rangers first showed up in episode 1, putties are dangerous to normal, unaugmented people. No matter how good you are, no matter how much training you've done,
until
you are fighting walking rocks.
It doesn't become easier until, like Alpha says, Zordon, they made the metamorphosis.
It'd be like if the wall attacked you suddenly. And you're like, oh shit, what do I got? Feet and hands. Good luck to
you.
So
Phoenix down.
No.
So you can obviously
it's
tell
an undead wall.
It's just a wall.
You can obviously You can obviously tell that Trini trained her as best she could.
But it would make sense because Trini was proven to be a lifestyle martial artist.
But when Zach moved in, I guarantee you he was training her too.
Yeah.
Guarantee you he was showing her stuff.
Well, of course, they
too.
even talked about it.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, we're getting you prepared for this.
Zach and Rocky are like, oh, fuck! Because they somehow pick up her voice out of like 800 million.
Yep.
And he's like, fuck, we gotta get to there!
Zach spent his whole life doing music. Loves music, loves dancing. He's got good ears that attune to individual sounds. He can hear the strings squeak when you move from note to note on a rock track.
Well,
he said, that's her voice.
Yep. And then they show up, and then she gets all sorts of weirded out that he's doing capoeira.
And then he fucking just pops in there, and he starts whooping some ass with Rocky, and we're proud of Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a spin kick and didn't break his back.
Rocky didn't break his back.
Spin kick,
he was good in this. They finally gave him his own fucking character stuff. They let him do some fucking acting, and he performed his own fighting styles that were finally different and removed from, he's Jason now.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
He
And
needed-
then
he need-
Zach,
he
we
needed
actually got to
redemption.
see some
He
hip
needed
hop
it.
keto.
This was a damn good run for Rocky.
Yeah.
He needed it.
Solid event for Rocky.
Because now we can't. Now it's harder to make fun of him when he makes a redemption. Like, hey guys, I fucked up back then, but I'm older and wiser. Watch me do this shit.
Yeah.
Watch me do this.
I've
shit.
learned how not
Rocky
to throw out my
becoming a
back doing
firefighter
spin kicks.
strengthened his back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you got to carry a motherfucker all
actually,
the time.
somebody just said it in here. It makes sense. Rocky's more of a brawler.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of martial arts talent, but he's a go-to-it brawler. He brings the fight to you, and he's more about power strikes than anything else.
I don't even know if we're going to be able to get through
Like
this
that
whole
one,
thing.
that one mean
in
spin
time.
kick where he takes out 3 putties, like doon, fuck you.
Or that means we're just gonna have to speed it up.
Well, to be fair, yeah, we can rapid fire a couple things. Because, yeah, unfortunately, we do have a hard out time. So, moving on from there,
Stupid.
they
Bill.
enact phase 1 of the plan, which is Tatsu Construction Company with a magnet.
I fucking loved that.
And a
like
lot
the second
of
I saw
OSHA
that, I was like,
violations.
Yeah, and a lot
oh,
of
okay,
OSHA.
so they just made a new space dumpster. That's cool. And then suddenly I see this thing fucking getting looked at. I'm like, oh, why? OSHA's gonna be pissed.
OSHA violations like a motherfucker.
Because they just raised this giant fucking magnet and just left it right over top of
And then they just go
fucking
under
Billy and
Yep.
I
what
know
was it,
you're-
Billy
I
and
know
Zach
you-
or Billy and Rocky.
Billy and Cat.
No, Cat was
No,
it.
Cat was the one
in
doing
the
the-
fucking crane.
She's the one that went to Tatsu Construction School.
yeah. I think
So
it was
I
Billy
think it
and
was
Rocky.
Billy and Rocky.
Yeah, because Zach
Yes,
was
because
still at the
Zach was
command
still at the
center talking to
command
men.
center. Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
yelling at his daughter.
I know you guys are augmented,
Niece
but damn, you guys are really
thing.
pushing
Yeah.
that. You're really trying to see how augmented you are, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is so
But then the magnet catches the robot monsters, and then they all fuck off for stage 2, which is here's a button, you push it once, and you can turn invisible.
for X
get-
amount of time.
Yeah, you only get one use of it.
Time to go to Bandora's palace.
And I don't know how it
Yeah.
works. Maybe you let go of the button and you can't push it again, or if it can't be on a timer because, like, the Rangers lasted a lot longer than when she stole one and she was like, click, immediately transported, and it was like, click, 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 click. Oh, damn it.
No,
and
no,
just
no. She
throws it
didn't
away.
transport. She walked out
Yeah,
of there.
she walked out from
She
the
walked
basement.
out
Okay.
from the basement.
They went to the moon. Theirs lasted
they
longer than
They
hers.
teleported to the moon.
Theirs lasted longer than hers. They got to sneak through an entire palace, fight putties. She was just like, walks down into the fucking parking lot. Oh, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I got to the parking lot.
Yep.
Got to the parking lot. Oh, hey, Uncle Billy's car. Which scared the shit out of me.
Well,
because they show a fucking hot rod, then they show a giant fucking chopper, and I'm like, little girl, do not either of those know.
Oh, and
and so she jumps on the rat.
that little quick
Yeah.
question, her father's dead. It's that
Yeah.
simple. He has to be. He has to be because there was absolutely zero communication.
He has to be for one specific fucking reason.
As terrible as this is.
They killed Trini. She is now a fucking orphan. She could become a ranger.
Yep.
That's how this works.
Your parents have to either be basically gone or actually gone.
Yep. That's how this works.
That's how
So,
you get ranger powers.
So what makes you qualify to be a ranger? I'm strong. I'm motivated. I bring great leadership. How's your house? How's your
yeah,
home life?
so what's the
Who
relationship
taught you
with
those
your parents?
values? Who
Oh,
taught
my-
you those values?
My parents. They were there for me.
Now,
every step of
don't
the way.
get the
They're
fuck
still-
out.
And are they
Too many
still
questions.
around?
They're still around. Very happily married.
Nope.
Sorry, the position
Yeah,
has been
sorry.
filled.
My
But
parents-
we appreciate you coming out. We'll definitely consider you in the future.
We'll keep your application on file.
In case your parents die.
In case your
Yeah.
parents die. It's terrible. But and if they become very distant or die in the future, you just go ahead and come on back.
we got a spot open.
So, all right. So let's see. So now we're at fucking. She takes the bug. She's trying to fly with the fucking car.
And she
Can't figure
can't.
it out.
Guess you forgot about the windshield wipers.
Yeah, car gets flipped over. Dude goes, "Hey, go save my husband." She runs over putties.
Boyfriend.
Turns on the fucking.
That is what he said. He said boyfriend?
Yeah,
Okay.
is he the boyfriend or husband?
I was like,
whatever.
oh, my boyfriend.
I missed
he's
what he
over
said.
there.
I honestly missed what he said. He was pointing like this, and I didn't know if he'd said dad or I missed it. I literally
Yeah.
missed it.
No,
I
it was
just knew that he
boyfriend.
was talking about there was somebody over there with
Yeah.
some trouble.
So she goes and fucking runs over a bunch of putties after.
Which, by the way, was pretty
boyfriend
cool.
is like, why are you still driving?
Especially because they didn't give a shit. They were happy because they were saved.
I mean, I guess they would be
No,
happy
when
they
she's
were
driving the
saved.
car at
Oh,
dude,
yeah. Oh, yeah. He
dude's
was
like, slow the fuck down, and then
"What
jumps
the
out
fuck?"
the way.
And then he realized it's like, oh, she's gonna run them over.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm noping out.
I'm noping
So she
out.
hits him, they turn to concrete on the windshield, and Billy's got damn good wipers. Because she fucking
it
turns
wasn't
that shit on.
concrete, it was just mud.
And
The propulsion system of those fucking windshield wipers really gets that car
Yeah.
up.
right.
I was talking about it when at first I was like, why the fuck do they fly with the windshield wipers on? And then later on, she pulls the windshield wiper button, and
now
that
you
made her
fly.
fly. And I was like, oh, I see. The power of the windshield wipers.
The universe makes sense.
Do
Okay.
you ever think that maybe Billy made a goof but can't handle that he made a simple goof? He just misconnected something, and all he has to do is go in there and just do that. And then
Yeah, it was
everything's-
probably cross-wired, but he
And-
was probably just like,
but
fuck it works.
He's like,
Yeah.
guys, I rebuilt all this shit. I cannot let them know I did a simple goof.
He's like, I'm not going all the way back in this to fix this
One
small
fucking
problem that
problem,
really
yeah.
doesn't affect me.
And it's like, I'm not bothered by it.
Right.
In all truth, the car didn't even need windshield wipers because there was no roof. So
Yeah.
even if he was driving in the rain,
Well, no,
who cares? Because he can't
Windshield
see.
wipers are not just for rain, as you saw.
I need
It's
to
all-
know.
also
they're
for putty
cleaning
guts.
putties.
I guess
need to-
that's
But
fair.
here's my thing. You know that he's up there flying, listening to his banjo music with the subs blaring.
Yeah, fucking
banjo.
two massive subs with fucking bluegrass. They're fucking
Flying
Well,
through
he
sky
is the
with
Blue
bluegrass.
Ranger.
Right.
There's only
Oh my
two
God.
kinds of music he can listen to: the blues and bluegrass.
It's true.
That's somewhat fair.
He takes
Well,
big-
damn, I'm glad I relate more to the Black Ranger, because fuck, metal. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so then she fucking shows up, she yells at the fucking monsters, they're like, oh, that was one of the best lines, too. Fucking, she walks up and starts yelling at the monsters, and she's like, you killed my mother! And they're like, we work for an intergalactic fucking overlord, you're gonna have to be more fucking specific.
I loved that. They're like,
like,
you
you have
killed
to-
a lot of mothers. You're going to have to really narrow that down.
She's like, saber-toothed tiger, and she like slaps
And
him
I
and
love
keeps
how they're
trying.
trapped.
Yeah.
And they're just
they
laughing
feel like
at her.
bitches right now.
Yeah.
But even they can be like, you got bitched worse.
Yeah.
You can't morph.
Yeah, because then,
Yeah, I like
Rita shows
I like how
up.
through their misfortune, they laugh at her misfortune when she's like, now you're going to face the Yellow Ranger. And she's like, ah! Fucking piece
And that's
of
what that
shit.
is like. Ooh, you guys, I
And
know
then Rita comes out and laughs at her. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
you
ain't
suck.
that a bitch?
She jumps into her mother's primary fighting style, accomplishes nothing because she can't. Look, I've said it time and time again. I don't know why people are still arguing. I get this all the time. People argue with me that it's not a thing. Rangers are augmented, even in their human form. They fucking have to be.
Yeah, because fucking Rocky and Zach literally break putties. Meanwhile, she's a teenager in her prime, doesn't have a fucking destroyed back,
Yeah.
True.
and she literally like punches and kicks at him, and it doesn't do
And
shit.
it hurts her.
Yeah.
Hurts her more than the putty.
Well, actually, I take that back. She did end up getting a busted back after they fucking dropped her on the bar, but that's another story for another
no,
time.
she's fine. She's young.
Oh
She
yeah, that's
bounced
true.
back from it.
She can bounce back a hell of a lot better than our old asses can. Anyway, so she gets kidnapped by fucking Rita, and so now we're on the moon, and they fucking start judo flipping invisibly.
Which is so funny.
Oh yeah,
because the
fucking
putties are like,
are
what
like-
the fuck?
Putties are like, brr, brr.
Yeah, because they hear the door open and they're like, who the fuck just came in
And
here?
then one guy
dies
jumps up.
like, brr.
Why are we dying?
Why are we dying? Why are we dying? I fucking love that. Yeah,
We're
the
just
first guy
fucking
fucking
dying.
flipped over and died. He turns into Pebble. The other guy looks over like, oh shit. And fucking Shane says, why are we dying? That was fucking fantastic.
That had to been one of the funnier parts.
Alright, so let's see. So we've already recapped part of this where fucking Cat goes, why is my husband tiny and fucking wrapped up in snakes? And Billy slaps her hand like,
Sneaky
no,
snacks.
don't.
Yeah,
Like, you
Billy
could hurt
stops
him.
her
We gotta go fuck that guy up because that's what the scanner says.
because
Oh,
probably
yeah.
just grabbing onto the damn thing would have put you in it too.
Yeah.
Probably it's venomous. We all saw that it was a cobra.
Right.
It bites you, it poisons you, which is that I can't move shit. Mm-hmm. So if she was like, "Oh, what's that? Shit,
Right.
fuck that, my bad. You guys have to kill him."
So now Rita shows back up with a captured child and explains, "Come on, Billy. Can't you figure out what my plan is?" And Billy
He's
goes,
like, you're gonna go back in time, talk to your younger self, and fucking try to do dumb shit. She's like, good.
And really, I would have looked like you know.
It's like it's kind of fucking a Durr moment. We can kind of see the dumb dumpster thing that you came out of.
You know, I mean, I was there.
Not really hard to put two and two together and decide that you're pissing us off.
You know what I wanted? I'm going to be honest. When I saw this, I was hoping there was going to be a fantastic, fucking, absolutely top-end, best thing you've probably ever seen, fucking 100% bait and switch. I wanted her to succeed, get the machine to work, jump through the fucking time portal thing, Rita come out of the fucking thing, and then when she's like, now I'm going to conquer Earth, and have Robot Rita go, no, you don't want to do that. In order to... Are you telling me what to do? Who are you? What are you? The nation stands before me trying to steal my face or whatever. She's like, I'm you from the... No, you're not. Zap! And kill Robot Rita. And the whole timeline plays out exactly the same because Rita, as a younger, still thousands of years old, but as a younger woman, wasn't about to be told what to do by some weird robot empire monster.
Yeah.
That she didn't.
I know the machine empire. This is a trick, Zap.
Yeah, Zap. That's what I wanted.
I know the machine empire better than anyone.
That would have been fantastic if she would have went back in time and then got atomized by young Rita, and Rita was like, Now that
is over, time to conquer Earth!
Then she could have said, seems the machine empire already has their eyes set on this planet, but I'm gonna take it first. And then the whole timeline, nothing changes.
Yep.
Except then the timeline would change because once Rita came back into the Alpha 8 body, she'd be like, oh, damn it!
Damn it! You know, shit.
Well,
which would explain why that would explain why she was gone for the last year. Because she was like, okay, what the fuck do I need to say to myself to prove that I'm myself?
No shit, what the fuck do I need to say to myself to prove that I'm myself?
No. At that point, she would just pop in, and Rita pops out, and she'd be like, after 10,000 years, I'm free. And then fucking Robo Rita would be like, no time to explain, let's go. It's like, what the fuck? Just come on.
Come on, Rita. It's your kids. There's got to
be something about your kids.
I don't take orders from the fucking machine empire. Zap! Damn it again!
This is like it's never gonna end.
Exactly.
Takes fucking every single time 30 years.
So this time, the last time, when she comes out, after 10,000 years, and there's like a note that says, listen, in the future, this is going to happen.
No.
Swear to God.
No.
Swear to God.
Eventually, it's literally, because it's going to play out the same way every time that she fucking pops out. So, eventually, after the 100th time, fucking Robo Rita's just going to show up there, like, all defeated and shit, and fucking Rita will pop up and be like, after 10,000. She's like, yep, blah, 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 yep, yep. Now you're going to look at me. Now you're going to try to shoot me. I'm going to sidestep.
You're going to sidestep?
We are 45 seconds into this. I need to duck and roll to the side, block with my staff, and
use Finster as a shield.
Use Finster as a shield.
Hold on, Moonrock. Random human.
Well, there would be two. There would be two.
Other random human. One more space rock. Staff again. And hey, can we talk?
After that Goldar and all
then
that.
Head chopped off by Goldar.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn it!
It's like, son of a
How did I forget about the giant gold guy?
I got her for you, my queen.
All right.
I'm gonna punch the air and talk bullshit.
All right, so let's
Please
see.
don't send me back to the dark dimension. I can't say anything.
I can't
in there.
say shit in there.
All right, so let's see. So, damn it, I don't remember now because my next note is Billy murders Robot Rita.
Oh yeah.
So during the confrontation,
But I can't remember if that's before or after.
It's after. So they start attacking the two other robot monster guys.
Which Billy can't fucking aim
Billy,
for
for
shit.
some reason, lost his ability to shoot shit,
I think
even
he
though
needs a
that
new
was what he
prescription.
was good
I
at.
was to say, I don't know if that's a skill he ever had, was shoot the
And
gun well.
he was the guy that usually used the
I
gun.
don't feel like he was any kind of marksman, though.
He wasn't like a perfect marksman,
And when
but
you're not,
Kimberly would
when
have
you're
been the
not
better
morphed,
marksman.
when you're not morphed, you certainly don't have the same abilities.
oh, I guess that's
Look,
true.
all I'm saying
He
is
took
I
pot
think he
shots
needed a
and
new
failed.
prescription.
Here's the thing. It is a moonosphere, but the air is thin.
Oh, that's
It
true.
affects everything you
I
do.
mean, light bends differently,
affects everything that you do.
and they shoot lasers. Lasers are light.
That's all I got.
There we go.
That's all I got. Can't shoot for shit.
So he kept missing the snake guy, and Rita is like, all right, now fuck this, kill the Cranston, I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't missing this time, bitch.
Oh, yeah, so she goes to fucking throw the bullet and then fucking... Get down, Mr. President.
Yeah, Min fucking does this weird, like, she forces the Minotaur dude to spin,
That was fucking
and then she
fantastic.
fucking ran up the wall.
Yeah, she broke the headlock by changing her position. The only way he could have held it was to change his position with her, and he couldn't do that because she ran up the wall, slipped under his arm, and then pivoted her body, landed in front of him, and he was like, motherfucker!
And then she did the
Get down,
Mr. President thing that Trini did.
Only
So
this
she took
time,
the hit.
Yeah, only this time, instead of taking the hit right in the fucking chest like Mommy did, it hits the fucking morpher.
And it dissipated enough of the energy that it almost killed her, but because she at that exact second finally tied with the morphing grid and became augmented, proven by the fact that, we've argued this before, memories and experiences are transferred through the morphing grid, whether some people realize it or they don't. Because there's very much evidence that some people seem to blatantly know that they all of a sudden have skills they didn't have, and then
she
others don't. They like trick
definitely
themselves into
knows.
believing
Yep.
that they don't.
Because
But she knows because she remembers all of her aunts and uncles. Because there's just, hey, we're at a fucking dance competition where Zach wins. Hey, here's a fucking singing contest. Oh, hey, fucking picking on Bulk and Skull. Hey, everybody hanging out drinking juice.
Smoothies.
And she goes, because she literally all of a sudden she just goes, Mom? And everybody goes, what?
She's alive!
What are you talking about? And that's when the morphing grid finally connects to her and she transforms. It's earned. It's a pretty cool fucking moment. I actually really enjoyed that. And it finally brought that piece of canon in that I've been arguing forever. There has to be skills and memories passed through the morphing grid from ranger to ranger depending on who holds the power. There fucking has to be.
Yep.
It explains
You're not-
80% of the mythology.
You're not the first ranger. This is a team.
Yep.
So past experiences to make the next team better, to learn from the failures of the last team.
Past experience preferred, but not required.
Yeah.
So then they do what we've waited for years, and not the fucking cop-out that we got in the other episode where the Megazord just kind of showed up to, like, hang out.
Yeah.
We got a full-on, no-holds-barred, no bullshit Megazord,
Well-
even running fucking boxing techniques where he fucking slipped a jab and said, bink, and fucking uppercut.
Billy
hit.
stabs Robo Rita in the back before
Yep,
that.
because
Well,
she makes him
throws
grow.
the snake out.
Yeah, she throws
and the
the
snake
snake.
goes, why, my queen? And all of a sudden she goes, make my monster grow. And Billy goes, get her.
Yeah,
Hey,
Billy's like, she's not
Billy's
paying
like,
attention.
Alpha, we need dinosaurs, like, now. He's like, oh, okay.
This was after they all called their weapons, which was pretty sweet, by the way, when they were using the weapons. But I loved that fucking moment, though, when Billy was like, oh shit, she's doing that,
Wait.
not this.
She shoots a lot of shit out of that staff. Did she just throw them? Did she just throw her weapon?
She just threw her staff sweet.
I didn't throw mine.
And this comes back to what I was saying also.
Billy
I
is
feel
a
like
He made a
defensive
Rita
fighter.
bomb.
Yep, but I also say that I feel like she was made.
Shishka Rita.
She is still she's utilizing the power of whatever body she took, and Alpha 8 is not made for stabbing.
Right.
It's not made for punching. It was not a battle droid type of thing.
It was an assistant.
So
it was
one
a bitch boy assistant.
one elbow to the face actually damaged her. One stab basically took her out. And it makes sense because that body was not made for combat. Even if she's Robo Rita, she could only alter the contents of the original body she was given, not enhance said body. The staff was all her power. That's perfect.
Yep. So now we
love the
see
brutality of Rocky though.
Yeah, now we see the Megazord with battle damage.
The Megazord was worn.
Rocky's brutality was fucking sick.
Redemption.
Redemption when he does that fucking straight up Link's Awakening fucking
fly
jumping,
through the air
fly
stab.
That's fucking sick.
They even
as
mentioned
shit.
it
They're
too.
like, that was really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
I'm
awesome.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
cool.
I want people to
He's
remember
like,
that
I'm not dumb anymore.
I am somebody's favorite ranger.
I'm fucking cool. Yeah.
It's like, somebody thought I was cool. This is to prove it.
And to be fair, that's a true statement, by the way, what you just said. No matter how much you might dislike a character, every character is somebody's favorite fucking character. You don't know what one person relates to or why they relate
Rocky
to it.
was somebody's favorite.
Rocky was somebody's favorite, and somebody got some fucking Rocky moments from this, because this is the best thing he ever did as a Ranger. Every other scene he was in was worth it. Even his dumb lunch joke was at least his and worked
Not
well.
Jason.
Like, guys, really, you gotta teleport? I just fucking went on, bro. I haven't ate a goddamn thing today. I've been up since fucking 4 a.m.
Hungry!
Trying to eat noodles, and they're like, there ain't no time for noodles.
They're like,
then
hey.
when he finally gets back, he's like, where the fuck are my noodles? I threw that shit away. I can't just be dirtying up my fucking noodles. I still haven't fucking eaten nothing.
I need those.
Alpha, come here. Alpha, come here. I don't know if you know this as you being a robot, but morphing makes you hungry.
Yeah.
I haven't morphed in years. Took a lot out of the body. As you can see,
Best
this
be
ain't a
get me some
six-pack.
noodles.
This ain't a six-pack anymore.
Yeah.
I need noodles, damn it.
Yeah.
Or at least some shawarma. Come on.
No shit. Fucking threw his fucking lunch away.
Love the fact that Billy was front and center in the Megazord. It was weird to see the red in the back.
But
Yeah.
it makes sense
Hey,
if
Shane,
Billy
spot the leader.
rebuilt
Billy.
it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
God, who the fuck's calling me
Because
now?
if Billy is
That doesn't
rebuilding it and restructuring the powers, it makes sense for him to be the one that pushes the concept of, I'm going to have to take center seat on most of what we do.
Yep.
I'm the one that understands how to fix it and how to operate it the most.
And it's
Well,
fun.
and on top of that, he kind of already had it set up to automate all of them
Yep.
if needed.
Yeah.
Primarily
So he had-
the Sabretooth, but
He had a thing already going where he basically created an autopilot for each missing ranger if it was ever needed.
Yep.
Yep. That took a while, too, I bet. Gotta bypass some shit.
But that was, dude, I love
and
the fact that
they also got rid of the back door.
fucking
Yep.
headbutt. Yeah, their back door was a shuddering metal thing that was like, ka-ching! Fucking locked, bitch! No entry, goddammit!
The only way in
As I
is
said,
through the hole in the roof.
as I said all the way back on fucking season 1 review, put a damn lock on the Megazord! Fucking...
Fucking, what's going on? Bitch, get out of my seat!
Well,
It's the fucking Doc Lizard gif. Fucking, I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Well,
fucking throw him out the window.
listen-
I loved that the Megazord did headbutts, punches, slips, throws.
There is one thing we were sad about. When they called the sword down, they grabbed it with the right hand.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that old... Oh, fuck, that's right, I'm fucking right-handed.
No.
he's like, ugh. Or when I always saw that, I always thought he's like, ha, gotta use my strong hand.
I wonder if Billy knew that was a weird flaw in the mechanics of the Megazord for years, that it would always try with one hand, fail, and pick it up with the other, and he's like,
We're just gonna streamline
I'm gonna
this.
go into this fucking program here. This needs fucking attention. I don't know why it does that all the time.
Those are precious seconds we're
Those are
losing.
precious seconds that for some reason it can't figure out after all these years.
You are right-handed.
Yeah, oh shit.
It's like, it doesn't matter what hand we are. It's a robot. Swing.
Ambidextrous.
I
See,
love-
the
like
thing
you
is,
said,
they
it was
didn't do the
worn.
big ridiculous lightning slash either. The Megazord did a flip over the snake guy, and
it
he
reacted.
stabbed him.
It reacted. The snake guy, unlike all the monsters of the past, when they said, fucking we're standing here. He was like, I'm going to go ahead and kill you now while you're doing that.
Yep.
So he came forward like, nah, we're just going to go ahead and you're going to die now. And then the Megazord was like, ooh, see,
As you can see,
we were ready for that.
The thing is, we've never shown our true potential.
As you can see,
Front flip.
this is a new body.
Yeah.
As you can see, slimmer, faster, quicker.
Yeah, it's a new body that has battle damage and wear and tear.
Well, war tested. He's probably been testing it out for a while. But stop and think about what you just said. New body, slimmer, faster, more agile, built for a specific purpose. And I've argued this one too. What's the best Megazord with expert rangers at the helm?
The turbo.
It's the turbo.
Yep.
It didn't even come close to losing. Wasn't even fucking challenged with the veteran rangers.
Just time to roll out. We win.
Yep.
It wasn't until a bunch of rookies got in the cockpit
That they
that
blew
it
it up.
ever took damage. The rangers that knew how to use it utilized its full worth. And if Billy rebuilt the Megazord, the original, he would have incorporated a lot of the same ideals into that, knowing that they work with rangers that know how to work them.
I agree.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, after that, the day is saved thanks to
Almost.
the Power Rangers.
So they get done, they see the portal open up, and they go, oh yeah, we should do something about that.
Yep, so then they show up and they kill Robo Rita because the first stab just took it out, and much like
They
the
gave
Terminator in
Much like the
T2,
Terminator in T2, yeah.
it fucking diverts power and wakes the fuck back up again.
So they grabbed the 16 Rangers off of the racks.
Yeah.
There was 2 empty spots.
Still say, I'm just going to say it here. I said it down there. Missed opportunity. They
Yep.
should have beamed into the room. And I'm sure it's cool that the Yellow Ranger got a moment to like throw daggers and shit. No. They should have beamed into the room. Oh shit, the portal. We've got to do something right now.
Make the gun.
Make the gun. They could have. They didn't even have to show it. They could have said, we have to do something right now. Beamed out of the Megazord. Beamed into the room holding the full arsenal equipped, all weapons combined blaster and said, no bitch! Brow! And fucking done away with Robot Rita with the blaster attack. We should have got the blaster attack.
I mean,
Yep.
and
and it would have been a perfect finish to Robot Rita for her to turn around right as she's about to step through the fucking portal, be like, you ain't going anywhere, and she turns around like, what? Bazzow! Done!
Well, here's the thing. Only 2 of them ever used the blaster.
What do you mean?
I don't think Cat and Rocky ever did they?
Cat came real late, season 3.
By that
They
time,
stopped
by
using
that time
that.
they were done with weapons.
Yeah.
But this would have been a perfect
And Rocky
shot.
never even used the fucking power sword.
That's what I mean. They didn't use the
Yeah.
weapons at that point.
So yeah, they wouldn't have known about
Hey,
the blaster.
Cat
It
did
would
a-
have only been Billy and
Hey,
Zach.
Cat did a great job with her first time with the power bow. She's like, oh, cool.
True.
Yeah, she blew up the machine with the power bow, and then Zach looked at Robo Rita and said, "Nah, we done here," and fucking shot her with the axe shotgun.
Yeah.
It was glorious.
Yeah, he cocked his shotgun and said, blow!
yeah, that would have been the best. I really wish we would have seen the blaster. That's the only kick that I had on that one.
Right.
But with all that,
Well, no, because we're still not done completely. They've saved the day, in quotes, but now we have to deal with Rocky being pissed about his noodles and Adam literally name dropping to everybody, hey, come on, hang out with Aquatar and Mirai and just
all the planets that we
He's
see.
like,
just
"Yeah,
come-
I mean,
come
I
see all
got
of
some
our
stuff to
shit."
take care of, but I'll be along shortly."
Then we go back to the juice bar with Zach and Billy, and they sit down.
Ernie name drop.
Ernie name drop.
Cool.
And,
See, they still have
Zach
his
wanted to
special
know if-
recipe.
Zach wanted to know if they kept Ernie's smoothie recipe.
Yep, love the fact that it's an Ernie drop.
And
Well,
they go from that.
Well, then they go from that to reminiscing about fucking
Old
goddamn
monsters,
turtles.
Old
and-
episodes.
yeah,
Trini can't stop running.
yeah,
Then we get something.
yeah.
get a
Then we
song.
get the walk down memory lane.
Yeah, we get a song with Amy Jo Johnson, obviously using the old footage.
Yeah,
from-
but it's the old footage when they're
But
all.
it shows all the Rangers there, and then it shows the in loving memory.
Yep.
of
JDF.
And then they
and
used
Trini.
footage from this episode to
To
basically
remake.
remake the intro, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, it took the old footage
and made it and showed them
and then switched it like almost seamlessly into their
the
current
then and
state.
now, the
Yeah.
then and now thing.
That was really cool.
Yep.
And we don't have too much time, but I'd love to see them continue this process into at least 1 to 2 more projects that bring in a new Mighty Morphin team with Trini as the front.
Trini's daughter.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Because
I'd like
she's
to-
young.
I'd like to see her move to the front, Billy become the advisor, and build a team around her, a new Mighty Morphin era.
Yep.
And then they could run into a series, Mighty Morphin, on Netflix as a
Mighty
Netflix
Morphin
series.
Cranston Rangers.
13 episodes a season, somewhere in there, something like that. Enough to tell real stories with real interaction that move forward. Don't always use the Megazord. Use it twice out of every 13 episodes at most, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Make shit earned. And you could tell some of the best Ranger stories ever told.
I like
If
that.
you
That
pivot
was
off of
something
this.
that we talked about with Lost Galaxy.
I like that. And since they
Like,
already
we
stole
didn't
your
get
idea
the
once, why
Megazord
not
until
just do
what,
it again?
episode
Steal
8?
it.
Right.
Steal the fuck up out of it. You guys, you're not above taking my shit anyway. Take it. Fucking take it and give me a series I want to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, at least give us some credit, though. That would be nice.
Put Fandom
Help
Night.
build our studio banner, damn it.
Put Fandom Night in the very bottom right-hand corner of the credits that you need a magnifying lens to watch, if nothing else. Fucking just do something. Take it.
But are we reviewing this?
Oh,
this-
shit. We should
Genesis.
grade it. We should grade it.
What are you guys going to
Genesis.
give it? Let's start with you.
Well, see, that's the problem is we don't give it an out of 5. We give it the system is different.
Let's do it.
It's
Let's-
recommend.
Nope. Let's do it. Let's
Nope,
do it out
nope.
of 5. Fuck it.
Out of 5,
Let's,
Out of
Genesis.
five.
let's standardize
Best
our
fucking
process.
Ranger thing I have
Because
ever
I know
seen.
usually we used to say, "Do you buy it? Do you watch it?" Fuck
Right.
it. Let's standardize our process.
Out of 5, it's Genesis.
Okay.
Best
he's going
fucking
Genesis.
Ranger thing I've seen.
I'm giving it a 4.
You're a 4? Okay. There are things I wish would have been capitalized on. So
There were things that I liked, and there were things that I wish that were there.
So I'm going about 4.3. I don't know how much more they could have gotten, especially with all the circumstances we're dealing with right now. They couldn't have got red. You get the idea. There were
Right.
certain things that they were certain things that were
couldn't have got
pigeon-toing them
JDF.
real hard. Yeah, you
For
could.
multiple reasons.
There's nothing you could have done about doing that. The fact that we got a
Right.
Green Ranger at all and it wasn't it was not a suit swap
Right.
is astonishing that we got anything. Because technically, we shouldn't have got anything. You get the idea.
Right.
And the fact that they even acknowledged the other Rangers that they couldn't put in, case in point, Amy Jo Johnson did not come, but her character is present, even if it's a side rail character. They went out of their way to make sure they could address everything they could with all the circumstances that surrounding this property in present day.
What are you giving it?
So I'm 4.3. I think
I
it's well
agree
done.
with Bill. However, I'm going to give it a 4.7 for 2 reasons. 1, to cheat the math, and 2, because I want to fucking eat at the Bulk and Skull sandwich shop.
No shit.
Now I want to know.
So this fucking show is a 5.75.
All right.
Fucking watch it!
Yeah, that
Again!
we're done here. This was a big episode.
Yes, it was, but worth it. So
Shane, say the thing.
later on, guys. Bye.